everyone! In this video, we're going to talk about something crucial for handling outbound calls and SMS from your customers: number portability lookups in a ported numbers database. These lookups are necessary to ensure that calls and SMS messages are sent to the right operator and charged correctly, even if a destination number has been ported to a different provider. PortaBilling allows you to set up the most cost-effective approach for number portability lookups, whether using an internal database or third-party providers. Sounds interesting? Keep watching and make sure to subscribe so you never miss important updates and new features. Let's break it down from the start. What exactly is number portability? It's when a user switches from one service provider to another but keep their phone number. Here's an example. John is a mobile user who switches from operator A to operator B while keeping his phone number. Anyone calling or texting John still dials the same number, which still appears to belong to operator A. But for service providers, routing those calls and SMS messages, it's a different story. It's important for them to recognize that the number has been ported to operator B. This ensures that calls and SMS messages are routed to network B and charged at the correct rate, guaranteeing delivery without extra costs for sending a call or message to the wrong network. To ensure correct routing, service providers rely on a ported numbers database. To determine which network the number belongs to, service providers can either receive information about newly ported numbers from central authority and insert that data into the internal PortaBilling database. This can be done using PortaBilling workflows or other tools. You can find more details about PortaBilling workflows in this video description. Use third-party providers such as Telnyx, which maintain a database of ported numbers by directly connecting to authorities and offering APIs to retrieve the porting status of a specific phone number. Service providers typically incur costs for each lookup when checking the porting status. And here's where PortaBilling has you covered. PortaBilling has a built-in framework for number portability lookups with flexible configuration options that help optimize costs associated with lookups in external number portability services. Here's what you can do with PortaBilling's framework. Choose your lookup source. You can use the following number of portability data sources out of the box. Internal database. As I mentioned earlier, you can populate it using PortaBilling workflows or other tools. Telnyx via enum XML for voice calls and SMS. HLR lookup for SMS if you operate with the E212 format. Plus, you can add your preferred number portability service, such as your local provider, that uses enum telephone number mapping protocol. PortaBilling or PortaSwitch allows you to run multiple isolated instances or virtual environments within the same installation. You can configure number portability lookups separately for each virtual environment. For example, if you operate environments 1 and 2 and lease 3 and 4 to partners, you can limit paid lookups to environments 1 and 2, while your partners can adjust their settings independently. This way, you can save money by not performing lookups for the environments you don't operate in. It is also possible to set up caching and even to use lookup results across environments for additional cost savings. For example, if a user in environment 1 calls a specific number and the lookup shows it's been ported to network A, it's unlikely the number will get ported to another network within a few hours. So there's no need for another paid lookup when sending a call or SMS to this number from any user in environment 1 or any other environment shortly after. Just keep in mind that cached lookup results can only be used across environments if they share the same number portability data source, like Telnyx. In an environment setup, you can choose different number portability sources based on the destination, just like with least cost call routing. For example, if Coin offers cheaper lookups for European numbers and Telnyx offers cheaper lookups for North American numbers, you can set the system to use the most cost-effective option for each region, helping you save on number lookups. Let's take a quick look at how the number portability lookup setup works. The configuration is done through the configuration server web interface. You can either handle it yourself or reach out to the Porta1 support team for guidance. The setup for each virtual environment involves configuring number portability data sources, creating a set of rules for lookups. These rules define which predefined number portability data sources will be used, depending on the service type, voice calls or SMS, and the destination phone prefix. If there is no matching rule, the system will skip the lookup and treat the number as not ported. You can also reuse rules configured in one environment for others, saving time during setup. In the next video, we'll guide you through this setup in a demo. Lastly, let's talk about failover. PortaBilling allows you to configure multiple rules for the same service and destination, each with different number portability data sources. The system will prioritize these rules in the order they are configured. For example, when delivering an SMS, it will first attempt to use the data source from the highest priority rule, like Telnyx. If Telnyx is unavailable due to a failed connection, the system will automatically move on to the next rule, using an alternative data source, such as the local database. Now that we've covered the concepts of number portability lookup configuration, it's time to put them into action. In the next video, we'll guide you through configuring number portability lookups with an external provider, Telnyx. Stay tuned for a step-by-step guide on setting it up seamlessly in your system. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.